Hey guys, it's Mike here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a video about Captain Marvel and her role in Avengers Endgame. Now, this video will contain spoilers for the Captain Marvel movie, so if you haven't seen it yet, then you might want to watch it first before this video. But if you've already seen the movie, or you just don't really mind, then let's get into this video. Now, as it was revealed in Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers attained her powers after a prototype lightspeed engine that was nearby exploded, during which she absorbed its energy. This engine was further revealed to be powered by energy from the Tesseract, the MacGuffin from Captain America and the Avengers, that was revealed in Infinity War to be the Space Stone, a powerful artifact with the ability to manipulate the fabric of space. As we saw at the beginning of Infinity War, Thanos attained the Space Stone and placed it within his Infinity Gauntlet, which he completed at the end of the film, essentially rendering him omnipotent. Interestingly, Captain Marvel was teased for the first time at the end of Infinity War, and despite being a prequel, her film was released right before Avengers Endgame, where, as we know, she will join the other Avengers to take on Thanos. Considering the close proximity to Endgame and how heavily she has been hyped, I don't believe this revelation of her connection to one of the Infinity Stones is a coincidence, but rather, I think it may factor in a big way. But how does this involve Adam Warlock? Well, for those fans who may be unaware, Adam Warlock played a central role in the Infinity Gauntlet event, which Infinity War and Endgame are partially inspired by. Adam Warlock was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, but also had significant input from Jim Starlin, the creator of Thanos. Naturally, the two characters were at odds throughout their histories. Adam Warlock was created by a group called the Enclave to be the perfect human without evil. However, he eventually turned on his creators and left the Earth, traveling the cosmos. During his journey, he acquired the Soul Gem, and was able to harness its power. Through his mastery of the stone, he became linked to it. Although Warlock was powerful in his own right, possessing superhuman strength, speed, durability, and essential immortality, not to mention being outside the loop of life, death, order, and chaos, his connection to the stone is what proved the most helpful in the fight against Thanos, because it was what allowed him to take control of the gauntlet at the end of the story. Now, the fight against Thanos came in multiple parts. With Adam Warlock serving as a leader, he was able to coordinate an essential army that included heroes and villains alike. Additionally, he was also able to recruit many of the most powerful cosmic entities in the universe, including Galactus, the Celestials, and the embodiment of the universe, Eternity. However, most of these fighters served as a distraction, or a way to buy time so that Warlock and Silver Surfer could attempt to take the gauntlet from Thanos. Of course, Thanos would eventually let his guard down, having the gauntlet taken from him by Nebula, and with it then finally falling into the hands of Adam Warlock. However, the way that he achieved this goal wasn't by fighting on the outside with the others, but rather by going within the Soul Stone itself. Once inside, he used his power to become one with the world inside the stone, and then reached out to the other stones, taking control of them as well. So by the time the story ended, Adam Warlock was the true master of the Infinity Gauntlet. However, aside from a brief reference at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Adam Warlock has yet to appear in the MCU. It doesn't appear that he's going to be in Endgame either. And this is what brings us back to Captain Marvel, another character who is directly connected to one of the Infinity Stones, the one being described as the most powerful Avenger, who will serve as one of the biggest assets in the fight against Thanos. So is it possible that Marvel is going to go the Adam Warlock route with Captain Marvel instead? Will Captain Marvel go inside of the Soul Stone, or another stone, and take over the gauntlet from inside while the other heroes are making their last stand? And will Captain Marvel end up with the gauntlet at the end of the film, cementing her status as the most powerful Avenger? I think all of this is entirely possible, especially considering that after Thanos did the snap in Infinity War, we saw him and possibly the soul of Gamora in what may have been the world within the Soul Stone. So if Thanos can go inside of it, then maybe Captain Marvel can too. And once inside, if she finds the souls of the other people who were snapped away, then just maybe that's how our heroes like Spider-Man will be brought back to life. Now, it's possible that this scenario won't happen in Endgame, and instead the Russos and Marvel will go a different route. A lot of the key players of the original Infinity storyline haven't been introduced to the MCU, and Adam Warlock hasn't even been released from his cocoon yet. However, if they do their own version of this ending, it would have to play out with other characters, such as perhaps Gamora filling Silver Surfer's role of helping Captain Marvel when she's inside the Soul Stone. Additionally, if Nebula gets her hands on the gauntlet in this version, she could always reverse time like in the original version and undo Thanos' damage that way. Regardless, if it's all done correctly, this could make for a satisfying ending in the same vein of what Jim Starlin wrote with Infinity Gauntlet. I just hope that James Gunn and Marvel will find a good way to use the real Adam Warlock after Infinity War comes to an end. So what do you think? Will Captain Marvel replace Adam Warlock's role in taking the gauntlet from Thanos? Or will they do something else entirely? Let me know down below. Also, if you're new to this channel, then don't forget to subscribe and enable notifications so that you can see all of my videos right away when they come out. And make sure to stick around, because there's a lot more to come in the future.
Yeah, and you better subscribe.